All right, 30 minutes past the hour, live from Studio 6B on a Tuesday night. Real America's Voice all across the country. Glad you're in. Slick's doing sports. Delgado's doing headlines. Vinnie Mac's going to do some more news as well. Aaron and Fran holding it down. But please now welcome our good friend from AMAC, Shane Harris. He's the editor-in-chief of AMAC Newsline, and he joins us here for a few moments. Shane, how are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Very, very good. Very, very good. We were talking about AMAC a lot last night, and the event that's coming up in September, AMAC Boot Camp for Patriots, coming up September down at college in Virginia. So we were excited about that. You can go to amac.us, so right on the homepage there if you want to get tickets. 12 to 4, I believe it is, Saturday, September. Help me out here, Aaron. 27th? Yeah, 27th. So check that out. How's everything with you?
Yeah, everything's going great. Like you said, we're very excited for our boot camp we got coming up. We got a great list of guests that are going to be there, including some folks from RAF. So really looking forward to that.
Yeah, looks like a great lineup. Let me ask you about the governor of California, because he is clearly, we know he's going to run. But in recent weeks, it looks like his press staff or maybe some underpaid intern has taken over his social media, and they're doing this serial killer all caps. I don't know if he's trying to do a Donald Trump on Twitter, but he's doing these all caps tweets to Trump all the time about trying to embarrass him. And it's just, I find it not very effective, and I certainly can enjoy any humor coming from either side of the aisle if I think it was effective. It doesn't seem effective, this mocking and mimicking of Trump. It seems like totally embarrassing, and it actually sounds like an 18-year-old doing it. Have you noticed this in recent weeks, and what do you think of it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll actually give you guys a little preview. I've got a piece coming out on this tomorrow morning on AMAC Newsline, so be sure to check that out. But just a little preview of that. Yeah, so when this started happening, initially it just kind of seemed like maybe a one-off, but it's been going on for basically a week now, and It just seems like a desperate cry for attention. I wish, like you said, it would almost be better if it was some unpaid staffer, but these politicians, especially governors, these days, they take their social media very seriously. So he's probably got a whole team of people on taxpayer salaries who are sitting back there thinking up this stuff to put out. And like you said, I think they think that they're trolling the president. But it's really not working. I mean, this is a guy who wants to be president of the United States. And while Trump is up in Alaska talking to Vladimir Putin, trying to work out a peace deal for the Ukraine war, what is Gavin Newsom doing? He's sitting in his office in Sacramento, I guess sitting around a table with his staffers laughing at these tweets. But I don't think many other people find it funny.
I don't either. And it took an interesting turn today, because today I saw one that he actually went after Dana Perino, believe it or not. He said something, and it started like it was like Dana Ding Dong Perino or something like that. Again, in all caps. I don't know why they think that's effective, but whatever. They keep doing it. So he's kind of broadening out his horizons here from Trump, which takes up about 95% of it. But now there's like 5% that they're going after other conservative media types, other conservative types. And again, it just seems desperate and childish to me. It's not nearly as effective as Trump. And what's so funny about it is we all remember the last time we saw Trump and Newsom together, and Trump owned him. It was number one on the tarmac when he got off the plane to go to California after the fires. We all remember what that looked like. And Newsom there trying to kiss up to him and trying to, put his hand on his shoulder and trying to be nice. We all saw Trump out there. There's no match between these two. This guy is, he's too worried about how his hair looks, how his tan looks. Maybe people say he's the leading Democrat nominee, but to me, and by the way, to me, the biggest L that guy has taken, other than his state and driving everybody out of it because it's failed policies, overregulated, overtaxed, and everything else, is his one-on-one he did with Governor DeSantis, where he looked like a total fool, where the policies got exposed. He got exposed as not a good debater, especially up against somebody who's overwhelmingly smarter than he is, a better governor than he is, has better policies than he does. So I don't know what you think, if you think this guy's going to run, but to me, he got exposed more than anything Trump has done by the governor of Florida.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. Even despite of that, I think coming out of the election last year, Joe Biden's obviously a non-factor. Kamala Harris gets totally embarrassed. I think that on November 5th of 2024, or the day after Election Day, I should say, nobody had the inside track to be the Democrat nominee in 2028 more than Gavin Newsom. And since then, all he's done is totally embarrass himself. I think there's a truism in American politics where there's this delicate balance that you have to strike if you're running for president, where you have to dominate the narrative and you have to be in the spotlight, but you can't seem like you want the presidency too much. I don't think that voters really like politicians who have a very obvious lust for power. And I think that Gavin Newsom has gone way too far towards that side of the spectrum, where he's just so desperate for attention. And he's completely defined himself by being the anti-Trump, right? The great thing about President Trump is that he built this political identity for himself, and it was entirely unique, and it was so authentic, and it was so him. But all Gavin Newsom has is, I'm the anti-Trump guy. Well, the news flash for Gavin Newsom, if he does end up running, which I absolutely think he will, is that Trump is not going to be on the ballot in 2028. And so I'm not sure exactly what Newsom's pitch is going to be, because right now it's all just, I'm the anti-Trump. Whatever Trump does, I'm going to do the opposite. And I'm not sure where that's going to leave him.
Yeah, especially, again, sometimes I think maybe we try to make things too easy because everything seems to be complicated in politics. But who in America wants the rest of America to look like California? I mean, when you look at California objectively, if you look at it objectively, the taxes, the regulation, the cost of everything from housing to energy to the brownouts and blackouts rolling across the state, and the energy policies have made it impossible. I mean, who in America on a very simple, I know Democrats vote at their own demise most of the time, but I think most Americans look and say, well, geez, this person left, that business left, this person left, that business left. I have friends there I talk to, and they say it's horrible. The weather's great and it's beautiful, but this place has just been ruined. Who wants to take that and go, yeah, let's make the rest of America just like that?
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. Just look, for example, what's going on in Virginia right now, which obviously has a big gubernatorial election coming up. Not exactly a red state, purple state, maybe a little bit of a blue state. But what are the Republicans running on? You hear it all the time. Don't California my Virginia. And you're hearing that nationwide. When your state basically becomes the punching bag for the rest of the country because you're a model of failure, that's definitely not a good sign. The California governor is always going to have a disastrous debate that he did with Governor DeSantis. And now there's just too many embarrassments that are stacking up on top of one another. And at this point, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to recover. I know we're still 3 years out. He may even win the Democrat nomination, but I think there's a real possibility that his image with the public is already so tainted that there's no recovering from it.
Yeah. Shane Harris, of course, he's the editor-in-chief of AMAC Newsline, and of course, AMAC Boot Camp for Patriots is coming up September 27, 12 to 4 p.m. Patrick Henry College, Purcellville, Virginia. You can get your tickets today. Just go to amac.us. It's right there on the homepage. The great John Solomon, Rebecca Weber, Charlie Kirk, Frank Gaffney, just a few of the speakers. Shane, always appreciate you coming on the show. Thanks for a few moments tonight.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right, there you go. Shane Harris from AMAC. Of course, go to amac.us to look at your tickets. And, of course, you can go to amac.us/Studio 6B if you want to become a member of AMAC. They're doing great work. They're great people, as you can tell. And they've got great stuff. And, man, the deal they run for you to become a member is just ridiculous. So Patrick Henry College, September 27th. Check it out. Boot Camp for Patriots, and check them out.